Good morning, everyone. My name is Chang Yixing, and I come from Group 4J. And today, we will be exploring an issue close to our cultural heart. Why traditional festival and celebration are slowly fading, and what we can do to preserve them. Before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce my group member, which has Li Jialin, Yong Jingxuan, Tan Junju, and Jordana. So, let's go through its background. Traditional festivals are community celebration deeply rooted in a cultural history, belief, and practice. They often involve ritual, music, dance, food, and storytelling, serving to reinforce social bond, transmit cultural knowledge, and express collective identity. However, in some regions, these festivals are fading due to many factors. The experience is concerning because, in essence, traditional festivals are more than just celebration. They are a vital component of cultural identity, community cohesion, and the transmission of cultural heritage. This decline is a serious concern, potentially leading to a loss of cultural diversity and weakening of community bond.
For this part, we will explore why traditional festival and celebration have disappeared or are disappearing. Our first focus will be on globalization as the primary cause. We will also briefly mention other contributing factors. Globalization is the most significant reason for the decline of traditional festivals. As the world becomes more interconnected, global culture replaces local traditions. Western celebrations such as Halloween and Valentine's Day have gained immense popularity among young, overshadowing traditional events. This shift occurs because global media, like movies and social platforms, promote Western customs as modern and exciting. Additionally, multinational companies market these celebrations aggressively, making them more accessible and appealing. At the same time, many traditional customs are seen as old-fashioned or outdated. Young people may not understand the meaning behind them, or they may feel embarrassed to practice them. Lastly, more people are choosing to follow a global lifestyle. This means they prefer modern holidays or time-saving celebrations instead of traditional ones that take more time and effort to prepare. That's all for part of globalization.
Besides globalization, urbanization also one of the factors that cause traditional festival and celebration disappear. Urbanization transforms the way people live, work, and celebrate. As more individuals move to cities in search of better opportunities, there's often a disconnect from traditional roots and rural customs. Busy urban life leaves little time or space for cultural festivals. Instead of communal harvest celebration or seasonal rituals, people are consumed by fast-paced routines and digital distraction. Festivals that once celebrate agriculture or spiritual cycles now struggle to fit into modern schedules and concrete landscape. In urban settings, traditional values are often replaced by global trends and mainstream entertainment. Younger generation gravitate towards concert, pop culture events, and shopping mall promotion, which feel more relevant and accessible in city life. As a result, the essence of many traditional event fades, replaced by convenience, commercialism, and speed. This shift is not simply about location, it's a culture pivot. When city dwellers disconnect from community traditions, the festival lose their meaning and momentum. If left unaddressed, urbanization may continue to erode these vital links to heritage.
One of the main reasons is that people are now more focused on work and daily responsibilities. Many individuals have busy schedules and they often prioritize career goals or financial success over cultural traditions. Because of this, they may not have the time or energy to celebrate festivals in meaningful ways like before. Another reason is the commercialization of festivals. Instead of being moments for reflection, bonding, or spiritual meaning, many festivals have become opportunities for shopping, sales, and promotion. These companies often take advantage this event to encourage people to spend more money, turning tradition into business. In addition, the rising cost of living has made it more difficult for families to spend on celebrations. With daily expenses going up, many people choose to save money instead of spending on traditional clothing, decoration, or food. This reduces the spirit of celebration. Lastly, we can see that in today's society, money is often valued more than meaning. People are more focused on material things than emotional or cultural connection. This shift in value has caused many traditions to slowly disappear. Now, let's look deeper into economic factors and understand why life today feels more expensive than in the past. Firstly, even though the price of goods and services keep increasing, wages have not grown at the same speed. This means people earn about the same, but everything costs more. As a result, it's harder for people to afford their daily needs. Secondly, housing costs have become much higher, especially in cities. Young people find it harder to rent or buy a house, and this adds financial stress to families. Another problem is the rising cost of essentials like food, transport, and childcare. These are basic needs, but their price keep going up. This forces people to spend most of their income just to survive. All of these problems reduce our purchasing power, but that means the value of money is lower now. For example, with 10 ringgit today, we can buy less than what we can buy 10 years ago. As shown in the chart from the year 2014 to 2022, the overall cost of living has gone up significantly. This economic pressure makes it harder for people to celebrate festivals like before, because they are more worried about basic living costs. In conclusion, these economic challenges are directly connected to the decline of traditional celebration in modern life. All these are part of economic factors. This is one of the major causes for the loss of traditional festivals.
So beside economic factor, there's also have a main reason is social change. In the past, people live in close communities, families stay together, and celebration were shared among neighbors and friends. Traditional were a natural part of life, but now many people live far from their hometowns or even in other countries. Cities are busy and modern life is fast-paced. As a result, people have less time and fewer chance to celebrate traditional festival. Another important reason is the lack of intergenerational transmission. Tradition depend on being passed down from one generation to the next. But today, young people don't always learn from their elders. Many families are no longer tell story, teach custom, or celebrate festival together. There is also less interest in cultural heritage. Instead, young people are more focused on global trends and technology. Without learning or practicing these traditions, they slowly fade away. In conclusion, traditional festivals are disappearing not because they are meaningless, but because modern life has made it harder to keep them alive. If we want to protect our culture, we need to reconnect with our elders, learn from them, and bring these traditions into our life again.
Yes, what my group member is saying and sharing, the traditional festivals are disappearing due to globalization, urbanization, economic factor, and social change, and a lack of integrational traditions. Due to the lack of awareness and appreciation for their cultural significance. These events are vital for maintaining cultural identity, fostering community bonds, and boosting local economy. To counter this decline, government, community, and individual must actively promote and preserve this traditional through community involvement, education, tourism, and leveraging technology. If we want our traditional festival to thrive, we must bring the community back to the heart of celebration. Our powerful way is through local engagement program. By forming school club, young group, and elders councils, we create space where everyone has a role in planning, performing, and preserving their cultural event. Imagine elder passing on legends and folk tales in storytelling circles while children learn traditional dance and songs. These are not just performance, they are living memory being passed from one generation to the next. Workshop on music and craft can breathe new life into lost traditions and build pride in cultural heritage. When community take ownership, festivals become more than just a date on a calendar. They become meaningful, share experience that unite us across age and background. Let's celebrate together and preserve their soul of culture. Moreover, preserving traditional festival being in our classroom by viewing cultural modules into subjects like social study, art, and language, we give students more than fact. We give them a sense of identity. Learning about local ritual, story, and practice make heritage personal and meaningful. And when we introduce project-based learning, festival come alive. Imagine student interviewing elder about Pongal, preparing exhibition on mooncake festival traditions, or performing dance that honor Deepavali. These projects are not just academic; they are bridge between generation and community. Education is the heartbeat of culture. If we want our festival to endure, we must teach them not as relics of the past, but as vibrant expression of we are today.
Cultural tourism make up 40% of global travel. Mexico days of the day attract over 7 million tourists annually. And Canada Christmas market boosts tourists by turning city street into festival culture space. And technology help preserve culture through digital means. UNESCO report that over 200 Android traditional are protect well digital achieve Indonesia traditional dance on YouTube reserve millions of views promoting global tolerance and culture preservation.
Government support plays a crucial role in preserving traditional festivals and helping them thrive in modern times. Unfortunately, many cultural celebrations receive limited funding compared to modern entertainment events like concerts or sport tournaments. Without proper financial and logistical assistance, festivals slowly disappear. Organizers may struggle or to afford venues, performer or promotional resources. Public interest also dwindles when event lacks scale or visibility. However, this can change if government recognize the importance of cultural heritage and actively protect it. By declaring the festival as national or regional heritage, allocating budget and integrating them into education and tourism strategies, officials can revive public interest. For example, promoting festival through school programs, travel incentives, or digital platform make them relevant again. And when policymakers prioritize tradition, it sends a powerful message that culture matters just as much as commerce. Government support isn't just about money, it's about commitment. By fostering pride in cultural identity and ensuring accessibility, government empower communities to keep traditions alive for future generations.
All in all, in conclusion, this experience of traditional festival and celebration is not merely a cultural loss. It is a fading connection to our roots, values, and collective identity. Factors such as urbanization, globalization, changing lifestyle, economic factor, and declining intergeneration transmissions all contribute to this decline. However, this trend is not irreversible. By fostering awareness through education, supporting local community, integrating traditions into modern platforms, and promoting inclusive celebration, we can breathe new life into this cherished custom. It is our shared responsibility to preserve and celebrate the diverse cultural heritage that shape who we are. Because in protecting traditions, we also protect the story and spirit of our people. So, I personally think that the most important way to protect our traditional culture is active intergeneration transmission. When children grow up, hearing folk talk, celebrating cultural events, speaking heritage language, and understanding their ancestral roots, traditional becomes something live, not just remember. When culture is live in daily life and not just preserved in museum, it stays vibrant. Let's keep the flame alive by living it, teaching it, and sharing it. So this ends our presentation. Thank you.